mind the chart trading blog. I created this channel because I wanted to share with you thought and emotions and everything about my trading experience, my trading journey. I've been trading for 3 years now and something more maybe. I started with the forex and then I moved to cryptocurrencies and stock market. What I really want to talk about here is trading psychology. This channel is aiming to talk more about psychology than technical analysis and chart patterns, even though I use those things and I trade with technical analysis and I have my own strategy and whatever, but what I want to talk about here is more about psychology, because very few people talk about psychology of trading, and I think this is important. It's important because psychology is everything to me when it comes to trading, and I had to learn this in the hard way. Ever since I started trading, I wanted to be more successful and profitable, but the fact is it was so hard, and I was never in the struggle. With this channel, I'm not here to teach you anything. I think here in YouTube, there are a lot of YouTubers who can teach you how to do technical analysis in a proper way, how to use an RSI, EMA, and I don't know, higher low, lower high, how to read chart patterns and price action. You can find all this material on YouTube. You don't need me to teach you that, even though I could, or maybe I would do that in the future. But right now, I really want to be focused on trading psychology. Why trading psychology? Because I noticed in my experience, which is not that great experience, by the way, but is enough. I am profitable. I can do that for a living, and that's enough for me. You know, you don't have to be better than the others, but you have to be better than yourself yesterday. You know, I don't own any Lamborghini or fancy house, or I don't go to vacation every single day, even though I travel all around the world, but that was before I was trading. But fact is, I do trading because I like the financial world, and I like to be independent. I don't like 9 to 5 job I had before, and maybe I will have again. Trading doesn't mean that you don't have to work anymore. Trading is something to capitalize. It's something you're doing trading for a reason, which is not only for money. You know, you want to improve yourself. You want to put you in the game, and trading is not all about money, because if you think about that in the psychology aspect of the thing, you're gonna lose money on the long run. You gotta think, I trade because it's something that I really enjoy to do. It's an opportunity. I like to do that. And money will come along eventually if you do everything right, you know? Because here I have 4 points for you today that I made. And the first one, the most important point to be a successful trader, to become a successful trader and start your journey, you got to know this point. And the first one is patience. If you want to be a successful trader, you need patience. You really need to be patient, because there is no trader successful that is not patient. You know, patience is the thing that you need to understand, because you don't trade. You don't want to be scouting trade all day long. You don't want to be the kind of a day trader that is going to hunt. You have to trade opportunity. That's why you need money to trade, money you're willing to lose, and money you're willing to put in play to trade safely. I'm not saying that you don't have to trade if you don't have money, but you can trade even if you have $2,000 in your bank account. You can trade even if you have $1,000 in your bank account. That doesn't matter actually. If you have a family to support, if you have bills to pay, if you have a rent or whatever, you cannot expect that trading is going to pay those things for you. You know, that is the biggest mistake that you can do, and that will put you on the wrong side and will get you actually wrecked, honestly. So if you want to trade safe, if you want to really trade, if you don't have enough money for your own stuff, you gotta have a job. You can trade even if you have a job. You don't need to say, you don't need to do day trading. You know, there is this misconception of things that if you have to trade, you gotta stare at the monitor all day long. That's not true. There are different kind of trading: day trading, swing trading, and long-term investment. And you can do that even if you work, even if you have a job. And I highly suggest you to get a job or have a job. If you already have your job, keep your job if you want to trade, because the first 2 years are really hard. You have to learn a lot of things. You will lose a lot of money and you will touch rock bottom several times. So when trading psychology comes in place, that's really important. So the first point I said is patient, because you don't have to go scouting trades. It brings you money, but you gotta wait trades comes to you, you know? That's pretty important. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people get stuck. And here comes my second point, which is timing. Timing is essential in trading, because you gotta learn how to time your trade. If you didn't know what I mean, you know, timing is essential, you know, because if you get in the trade in the right spot, if you get in the trade in the right time, with the right timing, you got the upper end, and you are one step ahead of her. And that's important, because trading, it's all about timing and patience, and the other 2 points I'm going to tell you right now. So timing is important. So you don't want to be stuck in a trade because you enter in the trade in a bad situation, in a bad moment. You don't want to be in red for weeks and get frustrated, because frustration brings loss. Eventually, if you're too much frustrated, if you're watching your phone and or your computer and you see red for a lot of time, and you see, you know, I'm stuck in this trade, I'm losing other opportunity just because of bad timing, because I didn't know what to do. I don't even know why I entered this trade, because you didn't study technical analysis maybe, or because you don't have patience. That is going to bring you a big loss, because you're going to lose your temper, you're going to be mad, you're going to be angry all the time. That's not good for your mind, for your environment. You know, you gotta have right frame of mind if you want to trade successfully. That's important. The third point, really important, I would say risk management. Do you have a job or you don't? How much money do you have? How much money are you willing to lose? How much money are you willing to put in your, you know, trading account? How much money you want to invest? You know, do you ever thought about that? Because if you think that you want to, I don't know, you want to invest in cryptocurrency, you are in a kind of FOMO situation, and you say, oh, I have $2,000 and whatever, I can put this money in my, I don't know, GDAX or Binance or whatever, and I want to start trading cryptocurrency, and if it's going good, well, if it's going bad, well, just hodl, you know. That's the general thought of people that just want to get into trade and just want to bet or gambling, you know. But risk management is important, and I tell you why. More money you have, the easier will be make money, because money brings money, especially in stock market and trading. Because if you have $100,000, it only takes 1% to make $1,000, which is the cost of a 1 month of life. And my life and your life and his life and her life cost the same. If you're going to eat, you're going to eat the same food. You're going to pay the same amount of money. So if you have $2,000 and you want to make the 1% of $2,000, it's not worth it. You ain't going to cover all the cost of the life, you know. So you're not satisfied. So you want more and more and more, and you want to make more trades. More trades you make, more risk you take, and you know what? You're going to lose money. That's why you need risk management. Because if you have $2,000, you can understand sometimes you get into trade and you can take only the 5% of these trades, which is a retracement, is an higher low, lower high, I don't know. But you can understand if you don't take that 5%, maybe you will get stuck in the trade for a long time. And the last point is trading psychology. To wrap it up, trading psychology is the most important point to me. Psychology is everything in trading. Helps you to understand, to wait, to don't get desperate, to get in the right time, to live your life every day. Every single day of trading is a struggle if you don't have the right psychology. If you lose money, it's hard. If you touch the rock bottom, it's hard. If you get broke, it's hard. Nobody likes to lose money. But everybody does. I mean, everyone loses money, and when they start trading, it's inevitable. You will lose money if you don't know what you do. But even if you know what you do, you will lose money because it's part of the game. But the fact is, there's way to lose money and way to lose money. You know what I mean? And all it comes around these 4 points. When you learn to master these 4 points in your favor, and you learn to divide fear with uncertainty, and you start to understand, and you switch position, from another side. You will start to earn money. You will start to learn how to trade properly and be a profitable trader. But that requires time, effort, hustle, study, a lot of study. Another suggestion I want to give you, if you were to ask me, Marco, I have, I don't know, $3,000 in my bank account. I want to start trading. What I got to do? I tell you, get a class, get a course, get everything to learn. Educate yourself first. People are going to college, university. People are going to classes. I don't know. You want to become a musician, you got to go to classes. You want to become martial artist, you got to go to classes for years, and it takes time. And trading is an art. Trading is something that requires time and mastering. You cannot become a trader in just 2 months. It doesn't happen in the snap of a finger. You got to learn, you got to try, you got to lose, and get up again, and fall again, and get up again. Eventually you will become a good trader, which is not a rich trader. That's another stuff, right? You will become profitable, which is enough. It's good to have even $200 more in your bank account at the end of the month, and you did that money with a system. If you did that money with a system and you learn how to trade, that are good money. You're saving a lot of money because you're creating a system. You know what I mean? So that's important. So I don't have more tips for this video because it's the first video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you put a like and you subscribe to the channel, because I wanted to post more content, and I want you to follow me, and I want to give you more and more and more topics to talk about in trading, and more tips to give you. And it's all about trading psychology. I don't want to be a teacher for you. I don't want to be someone to teach you how to do technical analysis, because there are a lot of people outside here that are doing a really great job, and I can't tell you who. If you want, I follow a lot of people, and I'm subscribed to, I don't know, chat rooms and all this stuff. First, if you never trade in your life, the first thing you got to do and get an educational system. get an education, and then you can learn properly. All right. So thanks, and on to the next one. Hope you enjoy.